project or work management and team collaboration tool. Okay, so here are the topics that you will be expecting from me that I will discuss for this afternoon. First, I will show you, or I will share with you, the brief history of Trello, when, how, and where it started. Next, I will also introduce the Trello with its definition and also with its characteristics. Third, I will identify, and we will identify, by the way, the different parts of Trello. And lastly, we will have a short demonstration, and I want you to try it as well. Are we all ready? Can I see thumbs up reaction in our Zoom meeting, please? So that I can see that we're all ready. Let me check. There you go. Thank you so much. Yep. So I think it's a good time for us to start our discussion. Okay. First, let me share with you a brief history first of Trello. Around summer of 2010, Fog Creek Software starts doing an internal exploration for potential products. In January of 2011, a prototype that hopes to solve some high-level planning issue is pitched and it was approved. And on that time, Trello, it's called Trillis. Trillis, if I will spell it, it's Trellis. After that, in the summer of 2012, Fog Creek co-founder, which is Joel Spolsky, becomes the official Trello spokeshusky or spokesperson. And also during that time, Trello reaches 500,000 members and it launches the Trello Android application. In the early of 2017 rather, Trello is acquired by Atlassian and begins the next chapter in empowering teams everywhere. And also, I would like to take note, by the way, that Trello, it can be accessible using your smartphones and also using your computers. If you'll access using your smartphone, you can access it in a web browser. However, it's advisable that you will install the application directly from the App Store or coming from your Play Store. It can do both for two platforms, which are we have Android and we also have iOS. For desktop computers or for computers at home, actually you can access Trello using a web browser or you can install it directly in your computer. Okay, so what is Trello? Based on their website, Trello is a cloud-based project management tool that empowers teams to ideate, plan, manage, and celebrate their work together in a collaborative, productive, and organized way. If you will let me share my experience in using Trello before in my before in my software development experience or software development life, we had this an actual board, an actual Scrum board in which we developers or we business analysts or Scrum team will go ahead and put our sticky notes in the board. Then we will move. If this sticky note or if this task it's already been done, we will put it in a correct list. That's also similar to Trello. Since we can't do it, since we can't do it physically, Trello was able to do it virtually. So imagine that you are having your whiteboard or you have your whiteboard in your computers right now. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so now let us imagine that you were assigned to manage a research project from a private institution. Or for example, if you're a student, let's imagine that you are taking up this, you're having this special problem or thesis, right? Now you have a whiteboard. filled with lists of sticky notes, with each note as a task for you and your team. Then imagine each of those sticky notes has photos, attachments from the other data sources like Bitbucket, GitHub, and other third-party sources. That sticky note also contains documents and also a place where you can collaborate as a team. Because when you say collaborate with your team, you as a team member can be able to comment of the work of others. And also, you can put some verification, or if you have clarification, put it in your comment section. And lastly, imagine that you can take that whiteboard anywhere you go using your smartphone and also using your computer through internet. And that is Trello, diba? It's so easy. Whether you and your team are starting something new or trying to get more organized with your existing work, Trello is very adaptable. Adaptable in the sense that it can easily adapt to any type of project. Trello, it's also simple. It helps you simplify and standardize your team's work process in an intuitive way. And lastly, Trello is very user friendly. Very user friendly, yet still can be able to handle teams' most robust projects. Let us have a quick overview of the things that you need to know when you are getting started with your first project on Trello. First, all you need to remember first is the board. Board represents a place to keep track of your information. If we will base it in our example earlier, this is basically our whiteboard or our blackboard. Okay, I will be showing you a sample screenshot of the Trello or the Trello board of my software engineering class before. The name of their board is a Chingo app. So basically, they're creating an application. The name of the application is a Chingo. So the name of the app or the name of the board is a Chingo app. Take note that this is we're still in A or we're still in board. After board, let's talk about the lists. Okay, lists are actually list keeps your card or specific tasks or pieces of information organized in their various stages of progress. For example, from in progress going to completed, or coming from to do going to in progress, from in progress going to completed or done. Okay, the list can be used to create a workflow where cards are moved across each step in the process from start to finish. If we will base this one again in our example earlier, the list is actually the container of our sticky notes. Okay, again, the board is our whiteboard. The list is our container of our sticky notes. Take note as well, guys, that for list, there is no limit to create to there's no limit to the number of lists you can add to the board, and they can be arranged and titled however you'd like. So again, um, Trello will give us freedom to customize the name of our list, to customize anything in Trello. I have another example here, a screenshot by the way. Okay, so based on my example or based on the screen, I have four lists. Product backlog item, which is the first list. Next, it's sprint backlog item or SBI. Next, it's in progress, then for testing, for example. So all of these four lists are actually pwede natin po ito siyang lagyan ng cards later on. So after understanding board, after understanding list, this time let's understand cards. Cards is actually the smallest but the most detailed unit of the board. Again, the card is the smallest but the most detailed unit of the board. Cards are used to represent tasks and ideas. Card can be something needs to be done, or like a blog post that needs to be written, or a blog post that needs to be posted, like that. Another one, a task could be a sort of reminder. For example, a company vacation. That's actually a sort of reminder, right? Cards actually can be customized to hold a wide variety of useful information by clicking on them, by dragging and dropping on them. Actually, on lists, you can also do drag and drop behavior. In cards, you can also do that one to show progress. Don't worry, it's so vague for now, but don't worry, later on, we will have a demonstration. You will see the power of Trello. Okay, so again, if we will base the card in our example earlier, this is our sticky notes. Okay, again, the board is our whiteboard, the list is our container of the sticky notes, and the card is our sticky notes. Okay, take note that there is no limit to the number of cards you can add to the board. You can add as many tasks or as many cards as you want. Another example, based on my screenshot on the screen, on the product backlog item list, I have 5 cards. Lesson content going to backend, like that one. Cards sometimes can be considered as tasks or items in different concept or in different purpose. But for now, we'll be using cards na lang sa. Okay, let's proceed. So this is for our demonstration part. For our demonstration, please take note, guys, that I will be showing later on, or I'll be showing later, might be not, or actually might not be directly applicable to you, but somehow can be used for your daily work routine. Please try to understand the concept properly so that you can apply it. So first thing that I will do, I'll be sharing with you first how to access Trello. So first things first, I need to log out since I'm already logged in already. One moment. Can someone confirm if you can see my web browser? Is it a yes, Michael?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sige. Okay, for those users na wala pa pong access sa Trello, you can actually click sign up if you can see it here. Then after clicking sign up, you can actually use different platforms. You can use Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Slack. I know that in some institution or in some companies right now, they already subscribe to different platforms. For example, if your company already subscribed you for Microsoft, I believe it's better for you to continue with Microsoft since it will be generating an email notification. So since you're using Microsoft, your email platform would be Outlook. For us here in UP, we're using Google. So that's why I'll be using continue with Google. But since I already have my account in Trello, I'll go ahead and click login. Once I click login, again, you can continue with Google. Then you can select your account. For example, fgbernardes at up.edu.ph. You can click that. After clicking it, you will be routed to your dashboard or to your Trello dashboard. One moment. Sorry for the delay because it seems that I really have a lot of boards. If you can see it, I have a lot of boards. If you can see the dashboard coming from starred, meaning ito po yung mga favorites ko po. Ito po yung clinic ko po, yung star, para at least ito po yung makita ko po sa first thing na makita ko po sa dashboard ko po. So when I access the Trello dashboard, I will be able to see the star boards. After that, I can also see the recently viewed, my workspaces, and more. By the way, for workspaces, please take note that workspaces is actually a group of boards. Kung si board po kanina, it's consider po natin na whiteboard. Si workspace po, siya po yung lagyanan, siya po yung container ng lahat ng boards. Ganun. Okay, so let's start. First, let me show you an example, a good example for a project from my class before. So actually, they created an application named Mercado. So if you can see it, again, I have the Mercado as the name of the board. I have number of lists. If we will count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lists. In each list, I have cards. So for this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards in the product item list, like that one. Going up until the backlog item done or the velocity. By the way, I'm showing you a software development project. So medyo jargon po ata itong product backlog item, yung sprint backlog item, at saka yung velocity. But again, you can, if you have a project for software development and your methodology or the methodology that you use, it's about Scrum or Agile, this is beneficial. The example that I'm showing you right now, it's very beneficial. Okay. So since I'm done with that, let me create our new board. Okay, so in creating a board, all you need to do is to click the plus sign. It's here in the top right corner of our screen. When you click that, you have an option here to select create a board, start with the template, create a workspace, or create a business workspace. Unfortunately, just a disclaimer lang po, ang ipapakita ko lang po ay kasi yung free access lang po ako. So ang ipapakita ko lang po ay yung mga features lang po ng mga free access users. But we don't know in the future, bibigyan po ako ng business access, mas maganda. But for now, I'll be showing you some of the, no, actually most of the major functionalities in Trello. So let me create first a board. So here, this is a good time for us to create the name of our board. For example, TLRC, or um, let's name our project Uno. Okay. And we can put this one in TLRC. For example, this is our workspace. And take note that in this part, you will be able to see here, you have the option to make it private, make it public, or everyone in the workspace can access it. For now, I will be putting it on public. Okay, set. Yes, we will be setting the project Uno as public. After setting that, okay, I also have the option here to select what cover, or kung sa Facebook pa po, cover photo ko po. Yan. For example, for this one, ito po yung pipiliin ko. There. One moment. I think it's better to use private for now. There, because of my workspace. But let me use public na lang instead. Okay, then create a board. Okay, one moment po. Medyo naglo-load pa po siya. Normally po, ang ginagawa ko po sa students ko, since I have a lot of boards already, I created a lot of boards, it's better for them to create their own than uh, invite na lang po ako. Ganun po yung ginagawa ko po. Okay, here. So for now, I was able to create my project Uno board. Okay. After creating my project Uno board under the TLRC workspace, like this one, you can see it here. This time, I think it's a good time for us to invite or to invite collaborators. Just like what Miss Jera said earlier, we can have collaboration in Trello by clicking invite. Dito po yung nagsisimula yung magic ng collaboration. Okay, let me add their email address. One moment. I already captured their email address yesterday. So let me add all of them. One moment. There, there. After that, we can send an invitation. So once you click send invitation, they will be able to receive an invitation directly to their email address. All they need to do is to click the blue button, yes, or the blue button, um, invite or accepted, like that one. Okay. So since I already invited them as my collaborators, this time it's a good, I think this time it's a good chance for us to add list. Ano nga yung list? Container ng ating mga sticky notes. So when we add a list, for example, since we are talking about Project Uno, um, I will be the project manager. Miss Jera will be the um, creative director, for example. Sir Al will be the director, and Noel and also Michael will be my staff, for example. So now I will be adding the list name to do. One moment. To do. There. After to do, I have here doing. Then after doing, I have done here or completed. Okay, here we go. So in to do, I will be adding right now some tasks. Let's check muna kung ano po yung purpose ng Project Uno sa example po natin. Yung Project Uno po, ang nasa isip ko po, it's gagawa tayo ng software. But if we will create a software, of course, there should be a rationale. Hahanap po tayo ng target market. We need to do our research on how to do that, for example. Okay, so in our project Uno, the first thing that we need to do is we need to have a rationale. Okay, so add a card. After adding a card, you can actually click the card. After clicking the card, you have the option right now to add the description. So ano yung description or ano yung description ng rationale natin? So for example, here, I will just put sample na lang. I'll just put sample so that it will not consume time. Then after adding the description sample, you need to click save. After clicking save, here on this side, you will be able to see members, labels, checklist, dates, attachment, and cover. Isa-isahin po natin to ha. So in the members part, based on our meeting with my team, I wanted that the rationale will be assigned to Jera. So all you need to do is to click Jera and you will be able to see J. So meaning, si Jera po ay na-assign na po dito sa rationale na card or rationale na task, for example. After that, after the members, ano po yung purpose ng labels? when we click labels po, we have the option here to put annotation or to put comments. No, uh, like a bookmark. Sorry, like a bookmark. Then it will serve as a guide for all of us. For example, here, since this is rationale, I'll be putting this is one. I'll putting one rationale one, like that one. Then the color of the rationale, it's green there. Then after that, later on, I will be creating chapter 1. In chapter 1, the problem. In the problem, I will be creating a label para makita po natin yung workflow kung saan po siya pupunta. May tendency po kasi na, for example, si chapter 1 ay pwede pa po natin ma-breakdown or pwede pa po natin siya mahimay. So ang gagawin po natin, it's even though that's actually 2.1, ito po yung ginagawa ko pa, at least mas organized po siya. 2.1, then gagawa po tayo ng 2.2 dito. For example, then still the same yellow. What if the 2.1 is already finished? One moment po ha. Naglo-load po siya. Okay. What if the 2.1 is already doing? For example, nandito po siya. Makikita po natin kung ano po yung workflow ng task po natin. So makikita po natin na si 2.1 nasa doing na po. Si 2.2 ay naghihintay pa po na gawan ng paraan. For example. Okay, let's go back po sa rationale. Then we're done discussing about labels and also the members. Let's proceed about checklists. So for our checklist, ito po yung mga bagay na need po natin idagdag sa task po natin. So for example, may mga task na hindi po natin nasali sa meeting. This is a good chance for us to add it here. Not only in the description, you can actually add in the description, but I think it's better. I think it's psychological kapag may makita tayong checklist, kapag may makita tayong check, para po siyang nakakainganyo na gawin or nakakainganyo i-finish because may checklist po siya. Ganun. So for example, rationale, I'll put it here, rationale tasks. That's actually the title of our checklist. The first task to do, rationale task. For example, gather, one moment. Let me refresh my screen first. I'm having internet connection, I believe. One moment. Okay, let's proceed. So here in the rationale, in the rationale task, I can be able to add an item. So for example, number 1 here, I'll put here gathering of data. After gathering of data, number 2 here, prepare the questionnaires. For example, like that. Next, create a Google form, like that. Okay. After that one, if you will subscribe to a business access in Trello, if you will add an item under the checklist, you can be able to click assign or set a due date. If you will click this, yeah, it should, may lalabas po sana dito. But since I'm using free access only, I can't assign it. But for now, we can actually put here, this will be assigned to Jera, for example, since Jera's already assigned here. Okay, one moment. Aside from that, here we have dates. This is a good time for us to set due date kung kailan po dapat matapos ng member in this specific task. For example, I'm assuming that makakaya niyang gawin ang lahat ng tasks up until August 5, for example. Then after that, you have the option here to set due date reminder. Basically, if you will check this, may lalabas po na option dito na at the time of due date. But for me, normally po kapag due date po yung sa akin, dapat po ay a day before para at least ma-aware na po ako. Okay? For example. Then, click save. After clicking save, there you go. There's also an option for us to attach a file. When you attach a file, since we're all virtual right now, I think we're all aware about Google Docs, Google Drive, or OneDrive in Microsoft, right? For now, I'll be clicking Google Drive. Then I will be selecting my Google account. After selecting my Google account, I will click Allow. After clicking Allow, here we go. Here, may access na po sila dito sa Google Drive ko po. But for now, since this is also a good opportunity for me to talk about the power-ups. Yung power-ups po natin, ito po yung mga add-ons. Kung sa web browser po natin, ito po yung mga add-ons like adding a wallpaper or adding Zoom like this one or adding PDF like this. So when you click add power-ups, all you need to do is to search for Google Drive, then add it. After adding it, you will be able to see it here, right? Click the Google Drive, then, saglit lang po. Then, you have a chance here to create and attach. Click create and attach. Then, choose lang po kung anong attachment yung gagawa niyo po. If it's Google Docs, slides, drawing, sheets, or you will be creating a Google folder. For now, I will be adding Google Docs. After creating a Google Docs, one moment. Yeah, naglo-load po siya. There you go. I need to remove this. After clicking that, here, you will be able to see the attachment. In the attachment part, you have the chance to comment and you also have the chance to remove it. But if you want to edit the file itself, all you need to do is to click the file and it will be routed to the next web page. And then, dito na po pwedeng makalagay ng inputs yung member na naka-assign for this specific task. Like that one. Diba? Yan po siya kadali yung collaboration in Trello. Okay. Aside from the attachment and also the power-up, we also have a cover. Again po, itong cover po, para po siyang cover photo. If you want to be more organized and kung gusto niyo po na organize po yung flow ng workflow, I think it's better to put something like this. Okay po. But for now, for demonstration-wise, hindi ko na lang po lalagyan. Okay. So for example, na-assign nyo na po kay Jera or na-assign nyo na po sa specific person. Then you will be able to see here that may nag-comment here. This is still a collaboration part. May nag-comment, dalawa po yung nag-comment. May isang attachment. Let me make it bigger. If you can see it, may dalawang nag-comment. May may tatlo pala. Tatlong nag-comment. Makikita nyo din dito po yung deadline. Yung attachment, may isang attachment po para po siyang hair clip. And you can also see here, out of 3 tasks or items in this rationale task, may natapos na pong isa. Once you click that, you will be able to see here that the task it's already been checked. Like that one. So ano po yung susunod? Sino po yung gagawa ng Google form? Like that one. Here. And also this one. Ito po yung mga comments part. So if you want to notify the specific member, all you need to do is to use the, one moment, it's to use this. Then, for example, Michael, there, you need to mention Michael. Please help me work on the Google Forms survey, for example. Then click save. And also, sometimes, di ba, may ipapagawa po tayo. Sometimes, aside from comments, it's also better that we will attach video. May record loom video po tayo dito sa Trello. May chance din po tayo maka-attach ng additional resources in the specific card. And also, aside from that, we can also attach this one or add a card. Like that one. For example, attachment for this one. One moment. From the computer. Okay, one moment. For example, here. Processing upload. Then, once you click save, Michael or the team will be able to receive something like this. Okay? Like that one po. Okay. So ito po yung sinasabi ko po kanina na drag and drop na behavior of Trello. Once once this task it's already been doing, you can actually put that one in doing part. Then once it's done, because again, it's August 5, that once the members finish the task early, they can actually click the due date, meaning that it's completed already. After it's completed, you can drag it to done. But if you want, may tinatawag din po tayo na automation in Trello. So for example, when you add this one below the power ups, you can see here automation. Once you click the automation, you'll be able to see here specific features like move to copy card to add label, join the card, meaning you as the creator or you as the one who access the card wants to join the specific task, you can actually click the join card. You can also set due date and start date and mark due date. So for now, I want to create a custom button. In my custom button, or I think it's better to go to automation directly. Once you create automation, it's no, one moment, let me refresh it. Rules. Let me create a rule first. Here. Add trigger. So once the card, it's already been completed. One moment. One moment. Okay, this one. And it should be going to done, for example. And save it like that. All you need to do is to create a trigger in the rules part of the automation. But actually in Trello, it's called Butler. Okay po. You can also read the trigger here. When a card is added to the board by me, move the card to the top list of done. Ito po yung mga conditions niyo po. And there's a lot more you can explore in the automation part or in the Butler part of Trello. Like that one. Okay po. So aside from that, you also have a capability to check the notification. For example, in this part, you can see here the information of your board. In this part, you'll be able to see the notification part, like this one. Sino nag-move ng card from to do going to going? Like this one. Anong ginawa mo? So for example, nag-comment ako, so inilagay ko po siya dito, like that one. All of that will be presented in the notification part. It's actually near your account photo. After that, below that, you can see the show menu. When you click the show menu, you'll be able to see here your about this board, who created it, the description, and the members. You can also change the background if you want. If you want to become minimalist, actually, it's up to you to choose any different type of colors. If you want, you can also select a photo na nakasave na po siya sa Trello. For example, like that. Okay. Also, you can search cards. You can put stickers if you want, like that. Aside from that, when you click more, yan po siya. When you use watch, meaning you are watching the specific card. Kung ano po yung mga transactions, kung ano po yung workflow, or for example, may happenings po sa specific card na nandito, for example, 2.1, if you want to watch this, all you need to do is to click watch so that lahat ng mga updates ma-receive niyo po. That's for watch. Aside from that, there's automation, there's power up. Currently, we have Google Drive added to the board. And you can see here all the activities or the history log that you and your team collaborated. All of that, it's here. So for you, for example, if you are actually working in an office, I will be showing you an example from Noel. Actually, she sent, no, it's already here from the TLRC team. This is also a good example. One moment. This one. Ito po yung ginawa po nila. They also have Trello. They also use Trello in their daily tasks or in their work routine. Like for example, like this. From student guide, teaching guide, RL 101 for checking, approved, upcoming projects, like that one. Okay. So I think that's all for this afternoon, Ms. Jara, Sir Au, and Michael. Thank you so much again, TLRC team, for inviting me.
Okay, so thank you very much. At this point, we shall be having our open forum. Sir Nan, we have some, by the way, Sir Nan, as of now, there are 264 people listening to you. So first is, let me ask this from Maria Rona Perialis. Does Trello send a reminder or an email to the person assigned if the task is coming due?
Hi, Sir Al. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Yes. As long as I believe that I showed earlier that you are actually using your email address. So once you selected your email address, automatically you will be receiving a reminder or a notification directly to your email.
Okay, thank you, Nan. And here is the Trello send. Okay, another question is let's go. Okay, from Brian Bautista. Can anyone mark a certain card complete, or do you have an option to control what members can only edit?
Oh, actually, for that one, for free access, anyone can control it. Anyone can control it. But for me, on my class, I actually set or assign a specific person who is only allowed to drag and drop or to put the task from different lists. Like for
Okay.
example, in my team, I have the product owner who is only assigned to do that. All the developers are not allowed to do the drag and dropping.
Okay, thank you very much, Nan. Um, from Carl Fortuno, can we move a card from a certain board to another board?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
you're allowed to do that. But again, just
Okay.
like what I said earlier, na it's better na mag-assign po tayo ng isang person na
Okay.
gagalaw lang po dyan.
Okay, thank
But
you
for
very much.
business class po, meron po tayo sa business class na i-restricted lang po na si person A lang po yung pwede.
Okay. Sir Nan,
Yes.
this is from Remar Grace Monticelio. Does Trello work offline or have offline sync function like Google Drive?
Oh, actually, Trello can only work online. We don't have offline functionality for now.
Okay, and another question from Marnie Manata. Is the attachment always a document or can it be saved as a spreadsheet or a slide?
Pwede po siya na spreadsheet, pwede din po siyang slides.
Anong hin-
Like
Pwede
po
din
yung
siya videos?
kanina, yes po, pwede din
Pwede
po
din siya
video.
videos.
Attachments po from Google Drive, links from Google Drive, pwede po siya.
Very convenient talaga siya. Okay, so, and we have, okay, another question. So we have follow up. Is there a limit with the number of members per workspace? That's from Jobel Angeli Labrador.
Yes po, yung same po kanina, may limit po siya. For actually, it's only 10 participants
10
or
participants
members.
per
Yeah.
project. Okay.
Yes, per workspace po. Kaya nga po, ina-advise ko po yung student na lang po or yung student or yung team na lang po yung mag-invite po sa akin instead of me creating a board for them.
Okay, thank you very much. And there's another question from Benito Villarreal III. Any best features between free and premium subscriptions? Anong differences nun, Sir Nan?
Actually, the memory, it's already been given by Google Drive. For example, if you're using a Google Drive, then yung best feature po ng business access or if you want to have a business access po ay may mga conditions po like yung kanina, may control yung isang person lang po to do the drag and drop behavior and a lot more. But for magdedepende din po kasi siya kung ano po yung field of need or kung ano po yung need ng ating project.
Okay, Sir Nan, can Trello be used as alternative to Google Classroom and Edmundo? Or iba to?
Iba po siya. Actually, the
Oh,
Google
nagdala siya sa
Classroom
gawas.
po
Magawas siya.
ang Google Classroom po ay LMS or Learning Management System. Yung Trello po natin, it's yung team collaboration
Sa
and
exit ka, ma'am. Sa exit.
team
Sa main
collaboration
exit.
and project management. For
Ato lang
example,
ito sa
if
exit,
you
ma'am, sa
have
main card. Kilid sa may ablation.
Okay. For example po, may mga subjects po tayo na need po natin may mga subjects po tayo na need po ng project or gagawa po sila ng project. Then ikaw lang po yung isa yung nag-handle o monitor sa kanila, it's better po to use Trello.
Okay. Sir Nan, very good to use if you're handling a couple of students working on a project or working on a
Yes.
research.
Mhm.
Gaya po natin, minsan nagagamit tayo ng research. Also good for offices who are doing lots of projects and
Yes.
just like the LRC as well.
Okay, thank you, Sir Nan. And okay, here from Miss Pat Nazareno, can we use Trello for our admin offices as well? And
Yes,
it's
Miss Pat.
okay,
Yes, Miss Pat.
okay.
Pwedeng
And
pwede po.
from Moini Manala, can Trello convert all task information into a Gantt chart?
Actually, in Power Ups po, when you click Power Ups, you have the option there to select an add-on application like Ganter and also compliance. For example, for my class po in software engineering in computer science, since in Scrum methodology or Scrum development, may tinatawag po tayong story points. Yung Trello po, may ganyan po siyang application for Power Up to count how many story points na na cover ng isang specific team, for example. Pwede po siya.
Okay, and well, I think you covered all the questions a lot, Sir Nan. Are there any may mga pahalo po bang questions? Ito from Derek Lumaban. Are there any keyboard shortcuts when using Trello?
Oh, for actually for keyboard shortcuts, I believe I yeah, actually there are, but I'm actually hindi ko po siya insert dito. But if you want po, Sir Derek, I can share with you po later on, or you can, if you want, you can send me an email. I will share with you po yung mga keyboard shortcuts. Pwede po siya.
Okay, so last question from Catherine Malobo. How do you compare Trello with Asana, Basecamp, and other PM tools?
Sorry? Sorry, Sir Al?
Parang comparison lang siya. Like how do you
Oo.
compare Trello from other softwares like meron siya dito eh. Ito, Asana, Basecamp, and other PM tools.
For other PM tools. For Trello, ang ginagawa lang po natin, for example sa Jira po, yung Jira, we're using Jira before. Then if we will compare that one to Trello, it's Jira, it's very better. It's best for software development, project management. For now, since we are using a wide coverage of market, Trello it's very useful.
Okay, and Sir Nan, the last question from Justoni Balfin. Does Trello have video conferencing capability?
I'm sorry, Sir Al.
Wala, no? It does not have video conferencing, di ba?
Wala pa po.
Wala pa. Okay, kasi it's a project management or
Yes po.
pero Jera, di ba normally, Jera, what you do is you attach from Trello, meron kang attach. How do you do that, Jera? Di ba? I saw you before doing that. Paano mo ginawa yun?
Kasi sa office namin, nagtitrello kami for all of our materials. We can attach files actually. In my case, as the administrator or as the coordinator, what we do is we assign tasks to specific individuals. They can move the cards every now and then, but they cannot do the checking as well as the approval. So they would put everything in the checking, and then I would approve them. And then if I need to ask them for, say for example, kailangan ko silang i-call, ina-attach ko yung Zoom link o kaya ina-attach ko yung MS Teams link namin o kaya Google Meet. So depende na rin. You can also assign a schedule of when you will meet, and in the Trello description as well, you can put the regular meet link as well to your team. So for example, a specific card requires all of the team members to be there during the decision making. You can put the regular meeting room Usually, may Google Meet po tayo, so pwede tayo mag-attach ng link there, and then you will be redirected to Google Meet. Kasi po yung Trello kasi, I think if you add video conferencing, it would be good. But the Trello is like a visual, parang visual reminder and visual checking of what you are doing and what you have progressed. So I think it's a really good project management tool, and we are using that here in the office.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Jer. And Sir Nan, ito po yung last question natin, Sir Nan. This is from the Luna. Good day. I'm about to teach project management to college students this next semester. Can you give at least 3 main pointers that can easily be taught and to be understood by the students? In this way, they will not have doubt that Trello is really easy compared to other PM tools.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Mm-mm.
Thank you so much for that question, Sir De Luna. Okay, first point, in introducing Trello to them, let's make it yung approach po natin, let's make it easy for them to understand. Then baka kasi may mga tendency po tayo, baka po kasi hindi po nila alam yung concept why we're using Trello as a PM or a project management tool. Next, since we already talked to them about the concept, next pointer po, I think it's better for us to, what do you call that? Check all the time their progress. Aside from checking also their progress, since we're doing virtually, so we're doing remote learning right now, aside from using Trello, you can also add other collaboration tools by clicking the power ups in Trello. Yan lang po.
Okay,
Again
well,
po, I
thank you very
can
much.
give you more pointers lang po. You can actually send me an email po directly to my email, fgbernardes@up.edu.ph.
Okay, well,
I
thank
think
you
Sir
very much.
Ao, may question po ata kanina. Actually, I've been reading a lot of questions here. How to use Trello effectively for personal task management? This is a good question. Again, yung purpose po ng Trello, it's for team collaboration. But if you can use that one, if you will use this one as your personal task management, pwede naman po. But again, sino po yung, actually, I'm also doing Trello as my personal task management tool, like Google Calendar, like that. But I think yung Trello po, ang purpose niya po talaga, it's for team collaboration. Mas maganda po kapag may nag-check or may nagko-comment.
It's true.
Yan po yung main purpose po niya.
Parang depende sa project. As much as
Yes.
possible, the project should have like may magko-comment. Meron like Ms. Jera, she checks all the work and gives comments to us as well.
Yes.
So, well, thank you very much. So, can we please give our virtual clap to Sir Nan and we say our thank you. Can you please give some love to Nan? Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Nan.
Love you.
It was very comprehensive and I like your discussion. It's very practical. Parang to all of us who are doing this in a remote context, whether it's a personal or a project or as a teacher, well, you can use Trello because Trello offers all the benefits. And to those who want more, you can always have the premium account. Pero let me ask a question from Ms. Jera. Ms. Jera, what are you using? Are you using a free account or
We're just using a free account, to be honest.
Yes.
Ala,
And on the
patay.
case,
So Trello will not be happy to us, no? But nevertheless, may mga limitations. Pero if you want to have more, if you have more projects, then you can use the premium. Pero if you think the project that you have are just kaya lang, then you follow what the suggestions of Professor Nan and Professor Jera. So thank you very much. And friends, meron po tayo ditong evaluation form and it's being, and I would believe, Ms. Jer, will this be emailed to them or nandito lang lahat sa chat box?
after they have answered the evaluation form, the link is there. Michael already added the link. Kindly go there directly. After you have evaluated, you will be given your e-certificate. Thank you so much for 250 participants, and they stayed. Big hand
very
for everyone.
interactive. So, okay, so before we end, can we have a photo op, please? let's open our cam and we say thank you to Nan. Yes, Nan is really one of the most trusted people in terms of technology applications. So let's smile. Ms. Jer, please. Can you do the screenshot? Okay.
I will
One,
be
two.
taking the picture.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile.
Smile.
Okay.
For
Another slide, smile.
okay.
Another slide. 1, 2, 3, 4, smile. Another one, smile. Keep smiling. Another smile. And one more smile. Okay. And our last smile. Once again, thank you very much. And please stay tuned to our future webinars. And this will be about practical applications. And one thing we love in this TLRC webinar is it only happens for an hour or 1 hour and 10 minutes as maximum. So short, but sweet and very comprehensive. So congratulations, Hernan. And once again, I'm Ao on behalf of the UP TLRC and the UP, okay, Technology Transfer and Business. Oh, what's O, Ms. Jer? Office?
Office.
TTBO. Okay, so thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy your Trello.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much, everyone.
Stay safe, everyone.
Stay
Congratulations,
safe.
Nan.
Don't forget to evaluate. The link is given to you.
Okay, so link is there in the chat box, and after answering the evaluation form, you shall be getting your e-certificate. Maraming salamat po, and stay safe and enjoy. Have a
Thank you
nice
so
day.
much. Have a great day. Michael, we will be closing the webinar in 2:40 so that they can
Yes.
still
Evaluate.
evaluate.
Ito na, Sir Nan. Ay, Sir Ao.
Mm. Yes. Kindly put the link. Somebody need it right now. Okay, for the evaluation.
Sir Ao, thank you sa food. Sir Ao.
Nan, do you use it for personal? I actually use it for really big projects, for self projects. Mm. But I know that you can use it for like if you don't have the journaling, you can use it as a journaling. There's a template for that. It's really nice. Okay. Okay, kindly if you haven't evaluated first, kindly follow the link given to you by Michael. Mm. Thank you as well. Thank you so much po.